Hey guys, this is Rick and welcome to my Stackable Farm version 2. This is an upgrade of my original Stackable Farm. It still uses the same stackable concept that was in the first one, but in this one I've added an automatic harvesting system using water and dispensers. So it's a little step up from the original, although it keeps the simplicity of the original. The low resource of the original has pretty much the same footprint as the original. It's a little bit wider because of the redstone, but all in all, it's an upgrade, but not a huge one from the original. It keeps a lot of the same principles that the original one has. I've only got 3 items in here now, but you could include things like netherwort and stuff in this if you wanted to. The operation of this is, the principles by which this works is pretty straightforward. You have the dispensers along the back here. There's 8 of them. You've got a line of redstone here, the repeater, because the redstone line was a little bit too long. And all of that is activated by this redstone torch ladder. And you just push the button and the water flows down. Everything flows down into these hoppers, into the chest. And then you hit the button again and the water retracts back into the dispensers and finishes flowing down there, and you're ready to replant. As you can see, the amount of resources that you need are real low. The dispensers and hoppers would be the 2 most expensive things, and hoppers really aren't all that expensive when you get a good supply of iron. So I would classify this as a I'll tell you this, it rains all the time here in this flat world that I've got going. I don't know what the deal on it is. Once you get your mining going and start collecting your resources and want to get around to a little bit of automation in your world, then this would be a good upgrade for your stackable farm. Now, I've already run it once. I used some bone meal, matured all the crops, and ran it, and this is what we got. So for a single run, this is probably typical about what you're going to get. 64 wheat, a couple stacks of carrots plus 13, a couple stacks of potatoes plus 16, and we've got 2 poisonous potatoes here, which I don't know why Mojang doesn't do something with these poisonous potatoes, like make a potion out of them or something. I don't know, maybe they have and I just don't know about it. And of course you got your seeds here from the wheat. So considering the small footprint of this farm, it's not bad at all as far as what your yield is supposed to be. The farm itself, this would be really easy to make in survival, because it has common resource. The amount of redstone that you need is virtually minimal. You could get all of this in a single caving run plus some. I mean, the most expensive thing, I think, or the hardest thing to get going would be your dispensers back there, because it takes several items to make a dispenser. So that would probably be your biggest expense. Though hoppers aren't hard to make. You just got to collect a bunch of iron. They're kind of iron expensive. The chests in the hoppers isn't too bad once you get a tree farm going. So I would classify this as, say, a tier 2 farm. Now your tier 3 farm would be your villager, automatic villager, fancy farm, which not sure I would even do. To me, that's I don't know, there's kind of no point to it in my mind. But anyways, I'm getting off track here. So let me show you how it works, or let me show it in operation, I should say. The water flows down. Now I am using the switchback method on the water so that we only need 1 row of dispensers here. So the water flows down there. There's as you saw probably earlier, there's a hole. You can see it a little better here. It drops down, flows back this way, drops down again, and then flows towards the front. Again, my goal is to keep it simple and as resource friendly as possible. And I think this does it. Every once in a while you're going to get stuff here on the stairs or stuff in this doorway here, or every once in a while you'll get stuff on the edges here. But since you have to replant the farm, then you can always pick up those items. There's really not much you can do about it. It's pretty minimal. So once you hit the button once to turn on the dispensers, and then of course the way dispensers work, you have to hit the button again or toggle them again in order for them to shut down, which works perfect for this type of thing because you want the water to flow long enough for all the items to collect. And as you can see, they're coming down here and collecting in the chest. The way this is set up is you've got 8 rows of dirt with water on either side. That's about the width limit that you're going to be able to get with this, because one block of water will hydrate 4 blocks of soil. To make this bigger, you could just create this next door to it and just duplicate it. However, you can go up as high as you want. The water, as long as you leave this one space here for the water to flow down, it'll flow 7 blocks. As long as it flows down one block, at least one block at the end of the 7 blocks, then it will flow forever. And so you could go all the way up to the sky limit if you wanted to. And the footprint is about the same as the original. So again, if you had a little space in spawn, you wanted to put something like this, you could do it. So this is the second run. Oh, we're still getting our carrots in, but as you can see, it's all flowing down here. That's really it in a nutshell. It's very simple. There's a download link in the description for the world download that you can look at. I don't really think it even needs a tutorial. It's pretty self-explanatory. Maybe the most confusing part here is the water. And let's go around here and I'll show you that real quick. But the water's basically on these sides here. Now I added glass to the back and to the front of this. I think it looks kind of nice actually. I kind of like it, but I did it just so we could see the water flow. But the water's here in this block, in this space here, and I just use fences along the side just to hold the water in. I think it looks a little better than, I don't know, cobblestone sticking out, but maybe it doesn't. I don't. Maybe it looks a little cheap that way, or a little weird that way. Maybe it'd be better with just cobblestone in there. But that is my Stackable Farm version 2. Very simple to make, very low resource, a little bit more resource intensive than the first one, but not much. Very survival friendly, very easy to make in survival. So there you go. I appreciate you watching, and I will talk to you again next time. Goodbye.